Are some of our favorite sports card YouTube vloggers buying subscribers? We will dive into the numbers. Alf, please tell me this ain't so. We're going to look at all sides of this thing. Stay tuned. What's going on, sports card hobby family? We're back again. It is another day. It is another sports card video. Thanks very much for joining me here today. Had a wild 4th. I hope that everybody had a good time. Again, still in a little bit of a recovery mode. I was out in the sun a little bit too long, and as you can see, I'm fair-skinned. I've got to be careful out there. It's right on the edge of getting burnt, but did survive. Before we dive into this fun topic, huge thanks to our Friday shout-outs. Wooten Sports Cards on Whatnot. You're looking for amazing inventory. Sells out just about every week. 12,000 followers, 5-star reviews. Check out Wooten Sports Cards today on Whatnot. Card Capsule. You want supplies, but you don't want to pay a fortune for them. Card Capsule, I've got a link down below. Sports Card Dad code, 10% off your entire order. Semi-rigids, cases, top loaders, all the goodness. So check out Card Capsule. JustCollect.com. You've got a collection. You don't know how much it's worth. You need to find out quickly. Go on to the JustCollect.com website and they will take good care of you. VintageBreaks.com. If you go into their chat, their YouTube chat, and you shout out Sports Card Dad, you get $25 credit to use. Try out VintageBreaks.com. All right, my friends, is this controversial?
School's closed. It's a holiday, you dumbasses.
Whoa.
Maybe, maybe not. Do people care? Maybe, maybe not. For me, this is kind of a fun little aside. As you guys probably figured, YouTube is an extension of my hobby. This is kind of a nice addition to what I already do, collecting cards, speculating on cards and collectibles and so forth. And we're now 4 years into making just about daily content. So obviously I enjoy this. I also like to follow other content creators and see what they're doing, what's working, what's not working. I like to keep track of these things to see, again, what is trending, what do people like to watch? Because here on my YouTube channel, I'm trying to strike the balance of, I want to talk about stuff that I want to talk about, but I also understand that if I just talk about New Orleans Saints cards all day, that nobody's going to watch. So you're trying to strike that balance of what do I want to talk about, and maybe some other people might find interesting as well. And a lot of times I just wake up, I've got a topic in mind, and I throw it out there onto a video. I don't have a lot of time to put huge planning into a video. I don't have a team. I don't have a cameraman or an editor. I'm just in my office with my iPhone and my thoughts. And that's basically how this YouTube channel has ran. I appreciate all my viewers for sticking with me, the low production value, and hopefully we can start conversations on this channel. That's what I really like to do, is kind of talk about various hobby topics. Well, this one's going to pertain to social media and the hobby and what is going on here. And we're going to analyze 2 channels in particular, Roth Cards and Mojo Sports. Both of these channels are really taking good advantage of the sports card vlog, card show, card shop content. I would say that this is the most viewed content of any of the topics, trending type things on the internet, especially on YouTube. I guess I can't speak for Twitter or TikTok or IG or whatever, but as far as YouTube is concerned, when you look at the numbers, and I've also heard of Jeff Wilson at SCI talk about this going back years. He said, you know, a lot of our channel growth is thanks to going to card shows and doing the vlog stuff, showing deals on camera. Ryan Card Collector too, if you look at his growth of his channel, yes, he runs a card shop, so he can kind of show the inner workings of the card shop. But most of the videos where he's got a bunch of views, it's, I spent $20,000 at XYZ card show. I spent $10,000 on this box. I'm opening a $5,000 product. So really all he's doing is he's chronicling his life as a card shop owner, as well as all the dealings that he's doing at card shows, and people eat it up. People enjoy watching that sort of content. So these guys right here have been doing this for years now. They put a lot of effort into it. This is their whole life. This is their livelihood. And actually at the Chantilly show, I was talking with Chris, baseball card collector, investor, dealer. And for my channel, his channel, he actually asked, has your channel growth as far as subs, has it slowed down over the last couple of years? and mine absolutely has. And I'm still putting out the same amount of content. It's very similar content. And I'm actually averaging probably, when you also factor in people that of course leave, because people do unsub as well, I'm anywhere from 100 to 150, maybe 200 new subs every month. Not every week, every month. So it's a slow climb. And of course, I'm okay with that because I'm not out on the road. I don't have a team. I'm literally in my house with my iPhone, as I mentioned. So the expectations for me are not that I need to get 5,000 new subs a week or whatever. I mean, I'm not putting in the time, the money, the effort that I feel like I deserve to get that many new subs. So my real goal is to get 10% of my viewership, my overall subscriber count in the first 24 hours. So I've got about 20,000 subs. So 2,000 views in the first 24 hours on a video, and I'm happy with that. But again, I'm not going to go out of my way, put huge effort every single day into making the most viral video. I just don't have the time. I wake up and I'm thinking about a particular hobby topic. I throw it out into a video. So it might get 1,000 views, it might get 3,000 views. And I kind of live and die by that model, and that's what I've been doing. Like I said, it's an extension of my hobby. So Mojo has been averaging, if we look over the last 10, 12 months, 200 to 400 new subs per week. That's strong. That is really good. 800 to 1,600 to 2,000 maybe new subs every month in this niche little space is very, very good. But we have a blip. We have an iceberg that showed up here, but there's a 30-day time period, and I believe I had this right, from about May 15th to June 15th, where he averaged approximately 9,800 new subs in that particular month. So again, we kind of have that flat line, kind of similar to mine, except of course he's got a larger channel, so he's averaging just more numbers. And then you've got the iceberg, 9,800 new subs. But when you look at the view counts, because Social Blade will also show you the views, and he's got about 400,000 views a month approximately, if I'm looking at that particular time period, and really just very consistent. 400 to maybe 500,000 views a month, very strong there. And the views weren't different. So it's not as if during that time period where he got new subs that, the views are, and that counts in the shorts as well. So that's the other part, is sometimes what'll happen is a YouTube short can go viral, and that's a way for you to get a lot of extra subs. They don't necessarily cross over to watch your long-term content. It's a totally different audience, really, in a lot of ways, that watches YouTube shorts. But it is one way. If you have a viral short that gets 1 million views in our space, that's huge. You can add significant new subs. But that is not showing here. So it's not showing that he had just a huge blip, a huge increase in views, but the sub count went up almost 10,000, which is wild. I mean, that is an anomaly. That's different. Let's spin over to Roth Cards. Okay, so Roth Cards does about a video every week and well produced, does a nice job of really showcasing the deals that he's doing, and easy deals, I think, is his thing. Well, let's get it, easy deals. And these guys really, the bread and butter of their audience is the 20-somethings, because these guys are 20-somethings. For me, I'm in my 40s. So a lot of my audience, according to my demographics, it's going to be the older folks. It's going to be about 40s, 50s.
School's closed. It's a holiday, you dumbasses.
Maybe some 30s. And I know some viewers are like, hey dude, I'm 20 and I watch your channel, so appreciate that. But a lot of that segment, and when you go to card shows, you see these guys too. There's a lot of guys out hustling cards. More power to them, obviously. I'm not against it, but there is a whole different demographic that probably is not going to tune into Sports Card Dad because they can't relate, because they're 20 and they're out there slinging cards. And I respect it. That is perfectly okay. So let's look at Roth. Again, we've got 100 to 300 new subs per week if we're going back over time, kind of similar to Mojo's. But if we look at his iceberg, and it's the month of May, really, the month of May iceberg, May 2nd through the 8th, 900 new subs. May 9th through the 15th, 23,000 new subs. Woo! That is serious business. May 16th through the 22nd, 15,000 new subs. May 23rd through the 29th, 13,500 new subs. And then May 30th through June 5th, 100 subs. It's back to where it was. It's the iceberg thing. Homeboy more than doubled his sub count in the month of May. He did have some big view counts. If we look at kind of, again, the views, he was at 500 to 550,000 views. Very, very strong. And I will say, Roth, his last 3 videos, he's crushed. The one that he's got, it's 8 days old, 61,000 views. The one before that, 44,000 views. So big view numbers here over the last few weeks. And actually, if you look at kind of the gains he's made, I think there was like 2,100 new subscribers, over that time period where he had these kind of this, like the 61,000 view count. So he's had strong views, especially over the last month, but this is going back a few months, So actually, if you total up the views from where he added 52,000 new subscribers, he had about 500 to 50,000 views. So Mojo had 400,000 views, added 10,000 new subs. And then Roth had 500,000 views and added 52,000 new subs. Now, I know they went to a London show. I'm trying to play devil's advocate, trying to figure this out. Because again, these guys, it's not as if they had crappy views going back when they were getting 100 to 300 new subs a week. They were still getting nice views on videos. So this is not as if they just came out of nowhere and had some viral videos. But I know that they were at a London show. So is there a chance maybe this is a new audience that saw this in London? Maybe it's a bunch of English folks, a bunch of Brits like me. My mom's British, so I can say that. I actually went to kindergarten in England. Maybe it's a bunch of new Brits that joined up. I'm trying to figure this out because again, when you have these iceberg events, sometimes you can point to, okay, this happened and it was, million views short, 2 million views short. DAP Sports, this is how he's got, I think he's got, 60,000 subs. Maybe it's grown since then, but he kind of did a fun thing where a lot of his subs have come from shorts that are not about sports cards. They're about sports. They're just, funny basketball shorts about NBA basketball, and it's got 2 million views on it. And so that's what's kind of funny. His sports card stuff, his sports card shorts get a couple thousand views like the rest of us. But in the past, he's done kind of these shorts that have caught fire or they've gone viral. And so, but it looks like it's a 60,000, sub sports card channel. It's really built off of a larger category, which of course is basketball or it's sports or whatever. So YouTube, I think it's the toughest platform to grow on. It is a beast. The algorithm changes all the time. Nobody has it figured out, but it is fun for me to kind of watch and see, did these guys buy subs during these time periods? Again, maybe this is an anomaly where they got into a new audience, maybe in London or whatever, but this is very outside of the norm for not just sports card channels, but I would say probably YouTube as a whole. So I thought this was interesting, especially in a time where social media is everything's social media and everyone's always worried about, their sub counts and their channel growth. It's been slow for all channels. If you look at, most popular, I'll use Chris as an example, very, very popular channel that gets good views. Chris, baseball card collector, investor, dealer, fantastic channel, my buddy. And he's had kind of that slow growth movement, even though he's still getting sizable views on each of his videos. And so to see something like this, it just kind of piqued my interest a little bit. Let me know viewership and also maybe other content creators. Maybe there's something that I'm missing here. And again, I'll say these guys do a great job for what they're doing. They're taking full advantage of really the highest viewership category in sports cards. It's sports card show vlogs and shop vlog type stuff, really vloggy type content, making deals, big deals, spending $10,000 at the show or $50,000 or whatever's in the title. I guess I would just hope that they're real deals. That's the thing that kind of bothers me, because if they're not real, if it's kind of like you put together a fake $10,000 card deal, the 20-year-old that's watching that is like, man, if I just put that card on a credit card, I could have done that same sort of a flip. I don't think that's really helping our hobby. I think that can be detrimental for younger people that are trying to copy, a Roth or a Mojo. And look, maybe Roth and Mojo all these deals are perfectly fine and they're all above board. I'm not saying that they're not. All I'm saying is if you're out there doing vlog content, just for the content, we're trying to create a deal, but it's not a real deal. In your mind, you might be able to play that off as, oh, this is just all entertainment. But if it's kind of a deception to the public, especially those 20-somethings that are impressionable, that don't have 6 figures, that don't have 5 figures to throw around and try to play the flip game and all this. Because the truth is that flipping cards is really difficult these days. It's difficult. It's smaller margins. A lot of these guys are buying a $2,000 card, selling it for $2,200. We're talking razor thin little margins. Of course, the vlog is going to show you that it's all big money and it's all amazing, but it's hard. It is hard. I know that it's difficult, to make money flipping cards these days. It can be done, of course. It certainly can be done. But if you are anybody in the hobby, don't be fooled. It is just like any other business. It's tough. Of course, just like with anything, you're going to win some and you're going to lose some. All right, my friends, have an amazing day ahead. Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.